All right, everybody, welcome into the Lantern Sports Preview Show. I'm your host, Casey Smith, alongside Gabe Burggraf. And today we got another big matchup on tap, the third night game for the Buckeyes, ranked number 3 in the country so far in 2022 as the Wisconsin Badgers come to town. There's some big players that, on both sides, we need to keep an eye on. Gabe, who are some of those guys?
Well, a lot of the questions for Ohio State have been about the defense facing its first real Big Ten opponent entering that Big Ten schedule. Wisconsin is not going to roll over and let the Buckeyes score, and they're not going to stay off the board. So to stop the traditional Wisconsin run game, Steele Chambers and the linebacker core are going to be essential in that effort. You got to have energy. It's going to be another night game. They had a little bit of a slow start against Arkansas State in that noon kick. But like you said, their third time under the lights at Ohio Stadium, they're prepared and they should be ready to go. If they're zipping around in that secondary with the running backs getting into the backfield, Steele Chambers could get to those guys like Braylon Allen for Wisconsin. Some of those forces that can get downhill and score the ball. Last week had over 80 yards. He had 3 scores against New Mexico State, and he is third in the Big Ten in terms of scoring the ball. He's scored 5 times in 3 games. The Buckeyes, they haven't really faced a back that really threatened them. So Braylon Allen is going to be one of those guys you got to watch. You got to keep contained inside and on the edge.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned big, high-profile scoring type guys. This Ohio State team does that. They are averaging 47.7 points per game, and they have the most yards of total offense in the country with 565.3 per game. And that's little play-by-play. They're 0.6 expected points added per play, give or take. So, they're really getting after it each play. And, they're adding different elements. You saw them go through the I formation, different plays like that. Their traditional spread offense are really trying to establish the run, but they're getting big chunk plays to where they're adding a ton of points to their total per play. So, they're getting it done play by play. And the one down that I'm really looking at, we looked at it before the Toledo game and we said it was going to be a big down. And it's still that case, especially against an increased Wisconsin defense. Ohio State, they're converting on 62% of their third down attempts.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's third in the country good. So, if the Badgers are stopping Ohio State on first and second down, Ohio State, they're getting into third and manageable, third and medium. Expect them to pick it up at almost a 2/3 clip, which is absolutely insane. As I'm praising this Ohio State offense, they haven't faced a defense like Wisconsin's. They're only allowing 8 points per game, which is 8th in the country, obviously. That's fitting. It's only 8 points per game. They're coming off a big 66-7 win against New Mexico State a week ago. And, they haven't really played that many high-profile offenses. Washington State, though, they're one to look out for with their offense, and they held them to 17 points. So
right.
That's a pretty impressive clip. And kind of like Ohio State's offense with how many points they're picking up per pass, Wisconsin's defense, they're limiting teams to sub-0 points per play. So, they're really getting it done and getting after everybody. And C.J. Stroud, like I mentioned with the pass game, he is one of the most high-profile quarterbacks in the country, most prolific passer, second highest passer rating in the country. So this Wisconsin defense, they have 7 interceptions, Gabe.
Right.
7 interceptions.
And how many games? 3.
3, yeah. So you do the math at home. That's over 2 a game, which is tied for the second most in the FBS.
Right.
So this sort of battle between Jim Leonard's defense and this Ohio State high-powered profile offense will be full on display Saturday night under the lights at the Shoe. And we'll have the coverage for you following that storyline with our highlight tape. In addition to our post-game analysis, our writers Stephen and Jacob will have the game recap as well as a couple sidebars for you. Be sure to follow us on all socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Big on TikTok now, so be sure to tune in. This has been the Lantern Sports Preview Show. I'm your host, Casey Smith, for Gabe Burggraf. Until next time, take care.